Anger can really derail us from time to time. Today at Live on Purpose TV, how to stop being angry at someone who hurts you. So first off, let's talk about anger, which is typically identified as a secondary emotion in my industry. In other words, there's usually another feeling that comes just before the anger, and then anger shows up as a secondary emotion to that. Usually anger is preceded by sadness or disappointment or a feeling of loss. These are the things that tend to show up first, and then we convert it to anger. Why? Anger is, it's a really active kind of an emotion. It becomes very obvious what you do with anger. Sadness or loss? Not so much. It's a little harder to figure out what to do with those. So just out of convenience, sometimes our mind will flip it over to anger because that's active and we know what to do with anger, right? Anger is also a little misleading in that when we feel anger, we get misled into thinking that the problem is over there. In fact, we can usually point to who or what we're angry about, right? So we get distracted from where our real power is as we look inside of our own heart and mind to find out the source. Now, having said that, I want to also affirm that anger is a natural feeling, and we all feel it occasionally. You're not wrong about feeling it. It's important to understand it, but you're not wrong about feeling it. It is a basic human emotion that is going to come up repeatedly as we go through life. Now, you've probably heard this before too. Do you know how sometimes people say, well, no one can make you feel angry without your consent, or anger is a choice? That's all well and good, but it doesn't feel like a choice when you're in it. Until you see it as a choice, it's not. Think about what I just said. Until you see it as a choice, it's not. And so it can take over our emotional functioning very quickly, and we don't even realize that we have a choice in the matter. So let's take a look at a few things that we can do with this. What if someone hurts you? No. Wait a minute. What if, it's not even an if. What about when someone hurts you? Does that sound a little better? What about when someone hurts you? Because it's going to happen, isn't it? How do you handle the anger that you feel? So I think we can look at two different options here. And let's just say that you really want to hold on to the anger. You've earned this. You deserve it. You are supposed to feel this, right? What if we just take that route for a minute? Let's just go down that route. 4 steps that will help you to really hang on to that anger and form a good grievance about being hurt. And the first step you've already checked off. Get hurt. Step 1, get hurt. Check, done. Okay, that was easy. Step number 2, over-personalize the offense. You gotta take it personally. Notice that everything has a personal and an impersonal component. If someone hurts you, whether it's intentionally or not, what's the personal part of that? It's you. It happened to you. That is personal. It is you. It's your life. You with me? So step 1, get hurt. Step 2, over-personalize the offense. Step 3, you gotta blame. And you know who to blame, don't you? You gotta blame someone or something else for how you feel. It's not my fault. And that's an important part of holding this grievance. Now, step number 4, you have to create and retell, at least in your own mind, maybe with other people or even post it on social media, a victim story. A victim story where you talk about this hurt in a way that you were this pitiful victim and it wasn't your fault, and it's and you whine a little bit because that really ups the ante. And you publish it far and wide about how this evil, nasty villain has now ruined your life. Victim story. Okay, you got it? That's how you're going to form a grievance. This is one of your choices. Until you see it as a choice, it's not. And that's why I wanted to share those steps with you. Now, you know me well enough to know that I don't want you stuck in a grievance. I don't want me stuck in a grievance. I don't want anybody stuck there. Well, what's our other choice? Let's go over here. What is it that we can choose to do when we get hurt that will keep us from being stuck in this angry trap of victimhood? 4 steps. Step number 1, turn your brain on. Now, your brain's always on, okay? But I'm talking about the part of your brain, it's right here behind your forehead. The prefrontal cortex is in charge of logic and reason and problem solving, but also things like compassion and empathy and connection with other people. You need that part of your brain to be functioning. When we are angry, it's a whole different part that's located down further toward the brainstem. In the primitive part of your brain, it's called the limbic system. And this is the one that's in charge of the fight or flight response. We want to calm that part down and get the prefrontal part engaged again. Some ways to do this: breathe. Honestly, just slow down for a minute. Take a few slow, deep breaths in through the nose. Hold. Out through the mouth. Nice and slow. Slow it down. Focus on it. It tends to reverse the action that's going on in your brain and helps you to get that prefrontal cortex engaged and involved again. You're activating your brain. That's step number 1. Step number 2, reframe this experience in a way that allows you to take it less personally. So step 2, take it less personally. Sure, it's you. That's the personal side of things. But after that, it doesn't matter that it's you. Honestly, whatever it is that has hurt you is not new. Oh, it might be new to you, but it's not new to our species, is it? Do you think other people have experienced the kind of hurt that you have? Yes, they have. Countless other people on this planet have already experienced what you're going through, and there will be others to follow. Now, the details are all different. I get that you're a special case and you've got this special circumstance, but in terms of how you've been hurt, it's nothing new. So it's not about you. It's about being a citizen of planet Earth. This stuff happens to people. Get over yourself and realize this is not about you. And oftentimes, it's about the poor decisions of someone who hurt you. Now, you can connect with that, right? We're not going to blame them. That's over here on this misery side. But it's not about you. And it could have happened to anyone who was in your position at that particular time in that particular place. Do you follow this? So step 2 is we're going to take it less personally. Step number 3, take full responsibility for how you feel. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to take the blame. That's a whole different thing. I'm not saying you're taking responsibility for the behavior of that person who hurt you. No, I'm saying take full responsibility for how you feel. And you're never wrong about how you feel. There is some choice in the matter, however, that you don't always see. When you see that it's a choice, it becomes a choice. How do you feel? Here's a better question. How do you want to feel? And you've got something to do with it, which is why we're doing this channel in the first place. Go browse around through some of the videos and see if you can find some way to get in a position of choice and control in your own emotional life. That's what I'm talking about. Take full responsibility for how you feel. And then step number 4, create a hero story. A hero story, where you get to show up as this amazing hero. Sure, you've got challenges. Sure, you've got adversity. Sure, you've got villains in your life who have hurt you. Yeah, I get it. But have you ever watched a movie where it features a hero? Of course you have. That's what all the movies are about. Every stinking one of those has a villain. What is the purpose of the villain? It's to illuminate the hero. We don't even see them as heroes except as they show up with the villains and the adversity in their life. There's a reason why you're having challenges. It's to illuminate you as a hero. What if you could create that story? So instead of these 4 steps that have us all tied up in anger, what if we were to take those 4 steps where we reactivate our brain, turn your brain on? Step 2, reframe that experience in a way that allows you to take it less personally. Step number 3, take full responsibility for how you feel. And step 4, create an amazing hero story that you get to share far and wide. Let's try that instead. I'll bet you do. I'll bet you know someone who could really benefit from this video. Would you just take a minute right now and share it with them? There's a share button right down there.